Okay, weiter geht's. Nicht lange, aber für die Geisteskranken unten. Keine Ahnung, was der für Spielchen macht. Sieht so krank aus. Jo, man sagen Sie Bescheid.
You sure you found our car, Sherry?
Hallo.
Pieces are not what I expected. What do you think my collection is about? It's a reflection on mortality. Nothing lasts forever, no beauty sustains itself, and everything succumbs to darkness. Am I right?
I don't know.
Well, that's absurd. Of course you know. It's your gallery.
There is no one answer, no singular truth, but many filtered through the subjective mind. That forgetting, embellishing, lying machine.
Besides,
What's wrong with a lie if it makes life more interesting?
What's wrong with a lie? It corrupts the ability of others to behave freely and rationally.
Men never act freely and rationally anyway. It matters not what is or isn't in the end. The only important thing is how you feel. And I simply want to feel and consume as much as I can.
Don't you? Feelings are simply one's animal ancestry trying to wrest back control of the brain. I try to avoid the distraction.
You try not to feel, even in a place like this? None of it moves you?
To be frank, I struggle to maintain even a whit of interest in art.
But Mr. Holmes, it is joy incarnate, mankind's greatest achievement.
Mankind's highest achievement above all others is objective and rational thought.
I see then why you dislike art, for it means whatever you want it to.
Or perhaps, Mr. Vogel, I was lying.
Aha.
Mr. Vogel, I have confirmed that the intruder was an average-sized, flexible, Malpal smoker with a limp. As it happens, the vandalism was a cover. The true intent was to steal a painting without your knowledge. The fact is, one of the pieces from the Wild Room is not in the wreckage.
What? That is extraordinary.
Der hinkende.
The fire was a clever attempt to hide a stolen painting, even if it didn't fool me. I found the remnants of an empty frame in the pile of ashes. The canvas had been removed. Do you know which paintings in the Wild Room may have interested a thief? Were any particularly expensive?
Those pieces belong to a well-known artist named Boniface Mercurio. They're controversial, but not of a notably high value.
This thief was familiar with the gallery and he was sporting a limp. Do any of your clients or artists come to mind?
My, your attention to detail is remarkable, Mr. Holmes. I should introduce you to Bosch's works. Alas, I'm afraid I cannot suggest a culprit.
The intruder entered the basement through the coal chute. He used a magnet to open the latch and dislodged the shovel while doing so. That's the noise you heard yesterday. When he went downstairs to investigate, he hit a coffin.
It's interesting to check this place more thoroughly.
There's something more.
Ik rond, ik heb
I can see it in your eyes.
Indeed. There is another intriguing angle. He received an anonymous offer for one of Mercurio's works. The sum was more than fair, and indeed could have saved Mercurio from his artistic poverty. But he declined it.
Was it a performative whim? Some artists lionize pain and hardship as if their work would be worse after a meal and a hot bath.
I cannot tell. But not only did he refuse the deal, he insisted on displaying the painting in the public space. I was hoping to change his mind, but artists are special.
So where can I find Boniface Mercurio?
I know he lives somewhere in Old City, but couldn't be more specific. He's a prominent figure, so finding him shouldn't be a problem.
What was depicted in the piece?
A bound woman, wrapped in robes, being penetrated by a red devil that stared at us, the viewer. The beast had numerous tails growing from its back, and a large crowd was gathered around the pair, silently watching the orgiastic scene.
Okay, well, given the nature of the other works on display, it's hard to see why that one stood out. What could possibly be its value?
The evaluation of art is very subjective, Mr. Holmes. After all, art is everything. A poem, a bruise, the beads of sweat on your beloved skin. Even a masterfully solved crime.
I'm not sure I see the connection.
Regardless, the painting was one of a series called The Sabbath Night in Cordona. The works depict sex, violence, and other controversial acts that life, for better or worse, contains.
Ah, I see.
I'm not sure that you do, but that can wait for another time.
Well, I believe I have enough to begin. Thank you, Mr. Vogel. Your gallery certainly has unexpected depths.
I'm delighted you've been able to please a friend. In return, I expect you to come back with good news. Or at least with a good story.
Hmm. 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 Kan de gossen doen. Dan is het archief. Gewoon de archief. Archief. Dat je hem alles kan zijn.
Stop the presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or Nosebaggerspun's local wife? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel, editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press, voice of the people, scourge of the silk stocking.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives. There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access, and you let me keep writing about your exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges. Now that's character development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things.
Hier is echt nog Kunst. Einfach zijn kunstcitaten. Altstadt.
Mr. Holmes, I have something for you. Mr. Holmes, I see what you're up to. Mysterious stranger pursues betrothed woman. But please, let us keep things professional. I have in my possession an envelope containing details of a special assignment for you. Tell me, are you interested?
I believe I am, but to be very clear, Miss Sertle, my interest extends to the message and not the messenger.
So he claims he's not a gal sneaker, seducing women everywhere he goes. Perhaps the truth is even more scandalous?
Please spare me the speculation and return to the matter at hand.
A gang of smugglers, the Eels, have Codona in their clammy grip. The British Empire can abide it no longer. Mycroft insists they be disbanded. But this organization only falls with the capture of their odious leader, Friedrich Panzer. And note well, I did say capture, not kill. Inside your envelope is a map marked with the Eels' warehouses. But alas, we do not know in which Friedrich Panzer resides.
So even Mycroft has his limits.
Indeed. You must be sure to identify the correct warehouse before entering, because once one is compromised, the other's occupants will scatter. Here are all the files, and feel free to use the archive too. Again, do not enter the wrong location, nor see any harm done to Friedrich Panzer.
Miss Sertle, if you're quite done with the redundant instructions, I shall get to work.
Well, that's perfect. Tortured hero lashes out after rejected romance. Tomorrow's edition will be a sensation.
Alle an der Angel. Für mich sind Kunstzitate. Vielleicht macht's traurig, vielleicht glücklich, doch behalten immer recht. Okay. Der auf dem Bild ist ganz schön hässlich. Ist richtig hässlich, mein Mann. Da links. Es ist aber gut und realistisch, dass Kinder langlaufen. Hallo Kind.
Excuse me, young man. Where do you think you're going?
Greetings, ma'am. I'm looking for the...
I don't care who you're looking for. You shall not pass. No visitors allowed.
I wish to buy a painting from Mr. Boniface Mercurio. Is he at...
Dearie, tell me, because old age has made me blind. Did someone write Information Bureau on my forehead? Because I'm not here to answer your questions. Entry is for residents only. If you aren't a resident, please leave, or I shall report you to the police.
Okay.
No visitors allowed.
Für mich ist Kunst. Für mich ist Kunst ein Kunstzitat. Wenn man es traurig, vielleicht glücklich war, dann hat er auch recht. Glaube ich und hoffe ich zumindest. Der Trommel. Ich glaube, ich hol mir auch immer eine. Weil Trommeln sind geil.
Don't pass by. Welcome. Let's be.
Oh, hello.
Be careful with what you've taken.
So übelst scheiße aus. Mann, der Anzug sieht geil aus. Was ist das?
No, visitors. Alive.
Irgendwie geahnt, dass ich an die Klamotten... Mann, bitte jetzt nicht. Ich muss eine komische Fraktion und sowas machen. Also muss ich mit ernsthaft jetzt eine Frisur holen? Kann man sich die? Ich kann so... Ich hoffe, man kann sich die auch mit Dingen holen. Sonst, keine Ahnung, muss ich mir nicht nachschauen. Na, aber höchstwahrscheinlich. Ergibt zwar halt null Sinn,
Nice
aber...
affordable. Let's pick something that suits you.
Durch mehr Kohle abkaufen mir das Beste vom Besten. Oh jo. Hast du die Frisur? Die Frisur? Bäh.
Be careful with what you've taken.
Ich dachte, die Achtel ist zerfallen.
Boniface, sweetie. Is that you? Ah, old age does terrible things to one's sight. I didn't recognize you at first.
How are you, Mum? I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost my key. Do you have a spare?
For heaven's sake, how many times will you lose that key of yours? Of course I have a spare. You artists all live in your own little world.
Please, accept my thanks.
I would rather accept your rent. You promised to pay me several weeks ago and I'm still waiting.
I will pay you, I promise, very soon.
You'd better do, my dear. Or else I'll just change the lock. And I won't fall for those cowards.
Was gibt's hier oben? Ja, stimmt, man sucht ja das Bild. Hier? Oh. Oh. Das sieht nicht gut aus. Nein. Der war gerade hier von... Oh, scheiße. Pendejo, jetzt bin ich du. Macht hier Fotos? Tatsächlich.
Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon? The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste. Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon?
Ah, hat hier Fotos gemacht. Kann man das schon in diesem Jahr? Genau. Oh, Kameraskartung, was ist die Kamera?
It appears the wine was truly awful. I wonder where he got that fancy camera.
Fehlendes Messer. Blaue Stofffasern.
Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching. The blood has dried.
Ja.
I've heard of this style of painting. It is called expressionism.
The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife.
Oh, und ich kenne
Soaked in
Stücke.
blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags.
Fehlendes Messer.
A normal kitchen knife. Could be the murder weapon. Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days.
War Suizid? Ich glaube nicht.
Aunt May whiskey, brandy butts. Quite a collection he had here. The chest has been searched.
Okay.
Red skin, tails on the back. Reminds me of Werder's description of the stolen painting.
So, setze ich hier hin, bete. Und, aha. Also da steht, okay.
Mercurio was developing photographs when the
First
intruder
try,
snuck in.
yes.
Mercurio heard him coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Why did Mercurio attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight? To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him.
Okay. Einfach alles ausprobieren. Aber durchsuchen. Okay. Mal nicht töten. Okay. Ich glaube, ich sollte gehen.
Do you know what makes a lady happy? Paved red. Do you know what makes a lady happy? Paid rent.
Ik moet zo zien.
The chest has been searched. The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material. It's time for some chemical magic, John. The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material.
Oh. Wat? Ja, dat denk ik wel wachten. And where is it?
That doesn't look like the painting we need, Sherry.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easy. I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John? If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here. Monster was actually a man. Poor girl. John, you ought to be thrilled. We are now hunting the devil himself.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like, daily routine. Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his back and multiple people in masks watching the scene. It all adds up. But the act of love, it wasn't given willingly, John. It was a violation. And the girl, she was with child.
Give that to me now. Did you recognize someone?
No. Although the victim is not from Cordona, she is African. Look at the ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady. Perhaps she saw or heard something.
Sherry, you cannot tell her the truth about Mercurio. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discover a corpse, and I still need to talk to her.
Just avoid mentioning corpse, all right? Stick to the character, tell her to call the police.
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific details.
Dank u. Een voetbezoek dan. Oké. Gaan we.
What's wrong, dear? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Can you tell me if anyone else has recently entered the flat?
Oh, you're talking about that limping man. I'm sorry I let him in. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would pay your rent. No offense, dear.
Can you describe him?
Oh, so you weren't at home. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat that day. He was of average height, had a limp and a tattoo on his neck, and he was smoking Malpal cigarettes. My husband used to smoke those. They have a horrible smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course, dearie.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat. And don't look inside until they come up.
What? What trouble have you stepped in this time?
It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
Ein wahrer Gentleman.
Phew, Sherry, that was close. But you did everything correctly. Now, take off your outfit. I can't let you walk around in a dead man's clothes.
Hä? Hat überhaupt dann nicht gewechselt, aber egal.
Do you know anything about this?
Don't think I can trust you.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
If I knew the answer to that, I'd have your suit in exchange.
Also, ich muss ihn.
Nice affordable clothes. Let's pick something that suits you.
Ich würde mir gerne diese Klamotten ausleihen.
Be careful with what you've taken.
Help me, please. Sorry, pal. I can't remember. May I ask you something?
I'd help you if I knew.
Everyone's looking at us.
Irgendeine Fragen oder so?
You should know what you're doing.
Can I ask you a question?
What a coincidence. I only learned of this recently myself.
Die Narben auf dem Gesicht der Frau schneiden ihre Ursprung beim Stammesvolk der Ewe ab, Goranda, Ewe, Lieblingslager und der Victoria-Brücke zwischen Slowenien und Schweden zu finden. Ah, Spiel. Gelehrer. So. Dafür stehen. Nach dem Aufschub. Passt nicht. Okay, was muss ich? Aber gut, irgendwas Victoria-Brücke.
A contest for the guests of Cordon.
Also sind die unter der Brücke. Tatsächlich.
Completely, isn't it?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but
Drop them all into the sea!
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm from City Hall. They sent me to oversee the situation.
No, you're not. I'm the supervisor of the camp, and I'm the one who's handling the current situation on behalf of City Hall. Ronald Harlow at your service. Now, sir, tell me who you really are, or you'll have to explain yourself to the police. I have full authority to request they detain you.
Very well, Mr. Harlow. I am a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness on my case. Sherlock Holmes is my real name.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in, so please, step back.
Übertrieben seriös lang. Das wird nicht angesprochen.
What about the murder that this crowd keeps shouting about?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
I know you want to deal with this in the right way. You are obviously a professional and a responsible person, but you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell me how you do it. You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of a city hall room. Here, you need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and calmly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest, but in return I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes.
Well, okay,
I'll allow you to come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
Mr. Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities, Mr. Holmes. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every City Hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
The police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the islands, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here exactly?
Oh, so you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution and not put them on a raft and float them out to sea.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right. Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the siege. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
So they keep these refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No wonder the people outside are so disturbed.
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?
Mr. Ronald Harlow let me in, sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor? What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mold. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam. A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector. And none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near the kitchen. He's in a bad way.
You mentioned a woman screaming who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's been questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity?
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
Do you have any suspects yet?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd gathered at the camp, and my superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees. At least those who can understand any English.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
Okay.
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona, stumbling upon another dead body.
Help me, please.
Zero.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Nicht so, irgendwie immer das gleiche fragt. Oh, der ist tot. Oh.
The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately.
Ah, lebt aber noch.
He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
Wie soll ich ihm jetzt helfen?
Someone was dragged against their will.
The refugees have been detained and will not leave until all the circumstances are clarified. Back off. Back off. Back off.
Okay.
The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike. No hint of blood or impact. It might have been used as an improvised weapon.
Diesem Typen da helfen. Alle Beziehungen desinfizieren. Verbinden ist. Verbinden. Bandagen. Bandagen macht man dann verbinden.
Malpal, soaked with salt water. A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dirk.
Was? Wieder was?
£1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona.
Pfund.
Are these the rations the refugees get from the
Der Typ ist
authorities?
tot.
How do people even survive out here?
A steel dirk, sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers. I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain. An interesting tattoo. Does it mean something? Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here. Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was Limping John. A violent death. This man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
If they find out about the passage, everything will go.
Und der Durchgang hat. Wichtig.
If they find out about that.
Durchgang hat. Strenges Gehalt, nein. Nein. Flüchtlinge herausbringen. Hysterie. Nicht öffentlich.
If they find out about that.
Na, keine Ahnung. Also, Abbringen des Lagers, ja. Geld, nein. Wichtig. Nein. Darin den Flüchtling rausbringen. Der Spürhund. Geringes Gehalt. Ja. Ich hab keine Ahnung, was.
If they find out about that.
Abbringen des Jagers. Alter Spürhund, nein. Flüchtlinge rausbringen. Geld. Einige Patienten befürchten, dass das Lager aufgrund der Angelegenheiten mit den Leichen vollständig abgeriegelt wird, wodurch sie mit ihren illegalen Aktivitäten kein Geld mehr verdienen würden.
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
Coppers smell fishy here, Sherry. Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea? We have seen some dark places in Cordona, but this...
Yep.
You still here?
The guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees out of the camp. Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Less than you do, obviously.
And this doesn't bother you as an officer of the law?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. Maybe your friends at City Hall could do something about it, but I seriously doubt that. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform. If those fine gentlemen you've eavesdropped on are in some shady business, that's on their heads. I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill?
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in... trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
Clearly a left handprint here.
These events are fractured into so many pieces. But I know you can collect them all, Sherlock.
Oh, carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment.
Was gesehen.
Back off.
A man's footprint.
Größe 9.
Police boots. Always happy to trample it. A heavy boot with a worn-out sole. May I ask you something?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Nog alles. Ich glaube, wenn die Folge jetzt hier mal. Ja, wir 20 Minuten machen, wurde daraus eine Stunde. Naja, egal. Was ist das? Was ist gedrückt? Wurde kurz gedrückt. Das passiert. Gut, dann hier noch.
A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
Was ist das jetzt? Soll ich was in der Wand gibst? Drei von drei.
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? City Wolf,
Ach nichts. Okay, das war's. Erst weiter. Peace.